Investors, you're welcome to Investors Corner by Bolanle Ogidan. So I've had a lot of people call me and ask me questions about how can they invest, what can they invest in, what does investment really mean, and what are the things they need to look out for when they're investing, most especially in the real estate sector, and most especially here in Nigeria, and focusing more on Lagos State. Okay, there has been several questions, so it's important for me to begin to put things together that will help people to invest wisely. It's not enough to tell people buy this, buy that. I have seen myself trying to, every time somebody wants to invest in the real estate, in properties, or generally in the investment corner, I've seen myself doing 1 hour talk, 30 minutes talk, and I feel it's high time I begin to package this thing in such a way that customers, clients, investors can have something they can refer back to, so that when they listen to it, they are more likely to invest wisely. And like I tell people, this money that you are bringing in to invest is not money that you just went to steal. You actually worked for it. I was reading a book that talks about an investor and its money, a fool and his money, not an investor. A fool and his money will soon part alike. That means that for you to know a fool is someone that invests without asking questions, without knowing what he or she is, investing in, without, involving the right set of people to be able to invest wisely. That means that without involving a professional, that means that it's a matter of time that fool and his money will soon part alike. That means that fool will soon lose his or her own money. I don't want my clients, I don't want my investors, my friends, my customers, my loved ones, I don't want them to perish. I don't want their money to part alike. I don't want them to lose money. So it's important for me to begin to create time. Okay, so I'm just going to introduce myself and we'll move on. My name is Bolanle Ogidan, and I'm the MD CEO of Magnetic Homes Limited here in Lagos State, Nigeria, West Africa. I've been in real estate for practically nothing less than 6 years, and I've encountered several kind of investors that we advise that lost their money, and investors that have stayed put since I've been in real estate and have invested, and Magnetic Homes has actually helped them to be able to invest wisely. So I want us to just rush because we don't have so much time to talk about this investment corner. So this is Investors Corner. I'm going to talk more about investment, and at the same time I've penciled down 1 or 2 4 things that I'm going to talk about, and from there I believe that people will begin to have ask questions. Okay, so as much as possible, this series, there will be at least 2 series going out in a week for our own investors and generally the diaspora to be able to understand the Nigerian investment corner opportunity. So why become an investor in Nigeria? Why do you want to become an investor? So when we talk about investment in Nigeria, you must ask yourself the question, why do I need to invest in Nigeria, and why now? So it's an important question. So we're not just going to say, why do you have to invest in Nigeria? Why do you even want to invest that money right now? And what kind of investment are you looking out for? Are you looking out for a short-term investment? Are you looking out for a long-term investment? Or are you looking for a future investment that at the end of the day, your children's children would enjoy? So you got to ask yourself that question. So, but I'm going to talk about why become an investor? Why do you need to become an investor? I know you have questions that you need to ask yourself, but I'm going to talk about the reason they need to become an investor. Okay, talking about money money respects people that respect it. Yes, money can be made. You can make money. You can learn how to manage money, and you can learn how to multiply money. So it's important that in making money, you know that you are using all your energy, your time, your effort to make the money. In managing your money, you are learning about this kind of thing, which you're listening to me and you're checking out what I send out, so that you can understand why investment in the first place. Okay, how do you multiply money? In multiplying your money or multiplying your resources, you need to understand different streams of income. When you understand different streams of income, you are more likely to invest wisely. You are more likely to understand how your money can work for you. So I talk about here, see a man diligent in his works, he will stand before kings and not mere men. That means that if you are wise with your money, you will eventually be that person that will stand with kings and not mere men. Okay? Passive income. Passive income is, I'm going to be bringing out some terms here that when we are talking to investors that we talk about. Some investors already understand what it means to invest. And I'm going to talk about something. I'm presently in my car, and one of the reasons why I decided to do this in my car is because I'm supposed to actually do this section with a UK diaspora that left Nigeria over 10 years ago. She had several questions. I just felt, but there are many other people that are going to have the same question that this lady has. Why not just use the opportunity to record it? Then the whole world can listen to it. Our great investors can understand what it means to invest in Nigeria, and how they can understand the terms that are used, so that they are not swindled with their money. Okay, so back to what I was talking about. Passive income. Passive income is the kind of income that you earn without your efforts. And that's one of the reasons why we invest. We invest our hard-earned money because we do not want to be the only one working for that money. We want a situation whereby, as an investor, my money can actually eventually become the thing or the resources that can make the same kind of money that I'm making working, using my effort to work. Okay? As an investor, you don't want to work for too long. You want a situation whereby you can actually buy into companies, and that's how Rich Dad Poor Dad talk about it, that you should work hard to be able to buy into companies or buy off a company. You don't work hard to earn just more money. You work hard to buy into conglomeration. You work hard to buy into organizations so that you can buy them off. So it's important that you begin to learn how to invest your money, so that at the end of the day, being an investor, you have learned what is a good investment and what is a bad investment, so that when you buy that conglomerate, you are able to move them into the next level that they are supposed to move into. So I'm talking about passive income. So passive income is the kind of income that you earn without working, without using your energy, your effort, or your time to earn. So passive income is an income that works for you, helps you to make money without your own involvement. So it's important that you understand this is one of the reasons why you must learn how to invest, so that your money too can work for you. The second thing I want to talk about is that you got to be a wise person. I said a fool will soon, a fool that understands nothing about investment will soon part away with his money. That's the truth. So you see, like I said earlier, see a man diligent in his works, he will stand before kings and not mere men. So you got to be a wise man. A wise man leaves inheritance for his children's children. The good book did not talk about a wise man working for his children. It says that a wise man leaves inheritance for his children's children. How come that the good book did not talk about a wise man leaving cars upon cars for his children? It talks about inheritance. One of the greatest things that you can have as an inheritance is a property, is a real estate investment. Those are the things that do not, you can't lose it, and they do not depreciate. I'm still going to get to all that. I don't want to go before myself. So another reason why you got to become an investor is because you need to begin to learn how to multiply your resources, how to multiply your money, how to multiply your effort, how to multiply your resources. So you got to learn multiple streams of income. So in learning to become an investor, is one of the things you need to learn is to learn how to have multiple streams of income. So Investment Corner is going to teach you how to have other streams of income apart from you working for money. Your money must work for you, okay? You also need to learn to let your money work for you, which is one of the things I've mentioned. Peradventure, you are coming on holiday. So this is for the diaspora right now. So you want to invest in Nigeria, but you don't know where to start from. You don't know why you even want to invest in Nigeria. You need to realize that one day will be one day. You might likely want to bring your children to Nigeria, or you might likely also want to let them even come and see how their own how their country is like. You don't want to come into the country and just be renting Airbnb here and there. You also want a situation whereby they can be comfortable in your own house as much as possible. And I'm going to tell you other ways you could do that to eventually make your children want to see your country as a home they can come into. So reduces taxation in Nigeria. So you owning a property in Nigeria and you coming in to have an investment in Nigeria, you can actually use real estate investment to be part of the portfolio, because you are investing in your country, there is a tax deduction for you. Yeah, I know that even abroad that kind of a thing also happens, because when a real estate investment is part of your portfolio, you have a tax deduction at the end of the day. So talking about real estate investments now, real estate investment is divided into many facets of life. We have different kind of investment. I'm going to talk about that as time goes on. But what I'm talking about is right now is, why do you need to become an investor? And I'll mention some of the reasons why you need to be an investor. Not just for you. When you begin to think about yourself, how many things are you going to eat? How much money do you need to be able to clothe yourself, to be able to buy food stuff for yourself, get yourself a car? You really don't need so much. How many things, or how much of your money do you need to really use to buy food? It is not about you. It is about that person that probably haven't even gone to school, that you can provide a form of employment for, that you can recruit and help, and for your children's children generation to come. The Bible says that, the good book, yes, which is the Bible says that a wise man will leave inheritance for his children's children. The Bible did not talk about you leaving an inheritance for your children. It talks about for your children's children. So let's look at it. If I need to leave inheritance for my children's children, I'm not just going to look at Lekki Phase 1 that has appreciated so much. I'm going to go to that place, that particular area, most especially in Lagos State, and I'm going to tell you how to invest in Lagos State. I'm going to look at that area that nobody is looking at, but it's like I call it cheap stock. It's a cheap stock. Yeah, when we're investing in stock, we call something cheap stock. So I'm going to look for such kind of thing that everybody is looking at it, that who is going to live in that place? No, it's too far. I'm going to look for such kind of properties, and I'm going to invest, because I'm not investing for myself. I'm not investing to sell. I'm investing for my children's children, so that when they come, they're going to say, mommy, grandma, great grandma actually helped us out. And other children or their friends are going to say, but where was my grandma at that time when this investment was going on? One of the things that I want to narrow it down. Talk about investment. What do you need to invest? Now I want to narrow it down to real estate investment. Why do you have to invest in real estate? One of the major reasons why we invest in real estate is to earn capital appreciation. Real estate, most especially in Nigeria, in Lagos State, do not depreciate. Did you see my hand? Do not depreciate. Real estate in Nigeria always appreciate. I don't know. I believe almost all over the world, real estate investment is one of the best investment. I can't really talk about other people, other countries, other continent, but here in Nigeria, it has never come into any existence where we talk about, My friend bought real estate in Lekki, on the mainland, and can you imagine, the property began to depreciate. Please Google it. It has never happened, and it would never happen, because it's like an inheritance, and people would always need houses. People would always need landed property. People would always need to live in a house. People will always have to have an office. People will always have to have a shop to do their business. People would always have to use Airbnb, and people must have a shelter over their head. It's actually one of the greatest need of human being. So, you know, we talk about food, we talk about shelter. Shelter is king. We all know what happened during COVID.